Good morning. It's turned out nice again. It's Friday the 22nd of October 2021 and you're watching KopTalk.tv, alright, in association with footballclubshares.com, where you can buy real shares in real football clubs and I get a kickback, alright. How's it going, guys? You alright? Don't forget, tomorrow night, live on here from about 7 o'clock UK, I reckon, maybe earlier. Right, a few sherbets, bit of banter, talk about Liverpool, we'll have a laugh and a giggle and all that. Make sure you pop along if you've got fucking nothing else better to do in your life. Right, okay. So, I've just recorded a video for members of this channel and KopTalk members on the members website. So if you want to watch that, watch that. It's just an observation that I want you to pay attention to. Right. So I've been looking at 442 magazine, all right, and I've been totally professional and... excuse me, but fucking hell, my cup of tea is going cold. It's early in the morning, it's my first cuppa. It's 442 magazine, and I've been bookmarking bits that I wanted to talk about. Look, there he is, bless him, for sure. And Rafa, there's a bit in here about Rafa, games that changed my life, Rafa Benitez, and I thought you might be interested. Valencia 2, Espanyol 1, alright, Valencia, April 27th, 2002, La Liga. Fixture, and Rafa said, do you remember when Tom used to say Rafa? We've seen Rafa. This comeback at home to Espanyol with 2 goals from Ruben Baraja was huge for us. We were down to 10 men from the 30th minute because of Amedio Carbone's red card and conceded in the same action. Scoring twice in the second half helped us to win the league in our next game at Malaga after 31 years of waiting. And this is relevant because, what he achieved at Valencia is why he ended up at Liverpool. Those 2 games built confidence in a group of players that made Mestalla, at the Mestalla Stadium, vibrate. And with the culmination of a super season for one of the greatest Valencia teams, we won another title in the UEFA Cup. That was in 2003-04. The side felt untouchable thanks to their solidity. It's an hard word to pronounce, isn't it? Balance and ability to compete. All right, so that's Valencia 2, Espanyol 1. I'm sure you're not too bothered about that. However, let's move on. Now, this might surprise you, this one. Milan 3, Liverpool 3, 2 free pens, May 25th, 2005. Can you remember that night? Champions League final. Really? This is what he's got to say. Istanbul is a privileged place for me. It's the most exciting final in the history of the Champions League, and for what it meant on and off the pitch, I'll never be able to forget it. How we got to that final by knocking out Juventus and Chelsea, then coming back against the almighty Milan, are things to be treasured. After the 3 goals we conceded, there were 2 things to do at half-time. First, restore the team's hope and confidence. Second, make the changes and tactical tweaks that would give credibility to my instructions. Playing with 3 defenders, increasing the intensity and taking advantage of the pitch's width using our wing-backs helped us to control and win a game that was lost. We wrote one of the most beautiful pages ever written in world football. The union of the players with the fans in the stands was so special that all of us who were there, and even football lovers generally, will remember it as one of the most incredible days. And we're not going to disagree with that one, are we, guys? Liverpool 8, Besiktas 0, November 6, 2007, Champions League. Oh, do you remember this one? You must remember this one. I mean, I've got shit memory, but I remember that. A record win with 30 shots on goal and another onto the crossbar. It was an emphatic victory that gave us so much confidence. We still had to defeat Porto and Marseille to reach the last 16, but did it in the best way possible. Yossi Benayoun scored a hat-trick, but Andrei Voronin had a great game. There you go, you see, he had a great game. Yeah? Oh, you lot that knock Andrei. Remember I used to say to you guys, Andrei Voronin, he always looked like a guy that you could imagine walking around Melwood at the time in like those, overalls, covered in paint and that, carrying a tin of paint. Right, lads, let's get this fucking room done. Do you know what I mean? If he'd have turned up, Voronin, dressed like that as a painter, you'd have thought he was a painter. Do you not think? I used to think that. And is it just me? Are any of you guys painters and decorators for a living? Painters especially. I'm sure them fuckers just cover themselves in paint for when they go home to make the missus think they've done a lot of work. Has anyone ever seen a woman painter? And I don't mean like, like paint, like as in, oh yes, let me draw you nude. I mean like fucking, painter. I mean, I'm sure there is some, but I've never seen a woman walking around. And I tell you what, if there is any female painters out there, are they covered in all that shite as well? Paint, like men? Shall I go back to what we're talking about? Yossi Benayoun. I never really rated Yossi Benayoun, but yet he was quite a cult figure at Anfield, wasn't he? People did like him. I didn't dislike him. And he certainly had his uses, that is for sure. He reminded me a bit like Vladimir Smicha, the way that I used to think about him. I was never really convinced by those two, to be honest with you. Anyway, so Yossi scored a hat-trick, but Andrew Voronin had a great game. That was the season when Fernando Torres scored 33 goals and Steven Gerrard 21, which showed how much the team was growing. So, I mean, that's 2007, guys. Is that 14 years? Is that right? Crazy. And finally, which I'm sure you don't really want to care about this too much, but this is games that changed Rafa's life. Benfica 1, Chelsea 2. This, of course, was the Europa League final in May 15, 2013. And he said, with everything against us, we won the respect of so many people by working really hard in a professional way. It was Chelsea's first appearance in the final of this competition, our 68th match of the season, and we beat a fantastic Benfica team thanks to a training ground move. That's good, isn't it? It's something that they worked on in the training ground. I don't know. I'm just a football fan. I like stuff like that. In the last minute of injury time, Juan Mata put in a corner. Branislav Ivanovic made a run against Benfica's zonal marking and headed the ball in. To lift the Europa League trophy, who finished third in the Premier League, was a good season, opening the doors of another successful period for me at Napoli. And, Rafa Benitez, for me, he will always be, where are we? There we go. He'll always be loved by me. I love Rafa. I mean, I absolutely love this man. I think he's brilliant. Very much so, like I did Gerard Houllier as well, to be honest, bless him. We've been lucky. I know you'll all go, there's Roy Hodgson and Brendan Rodgers. Look, even Roy Hodgson tried his best, right? But that was never going to work. And Brendan, fantastic. You know what I mean? But they tried the best. Even Hodgson tried the best. It just worked good enough. But for me, like people like Rafa and Brendan, they not Brendan. What the fuck am I on about? Jed. Jed and Rafa to me were like us. They were like us, proper like Liverpool fans. Do you think? Very different characters. I still don't do any Klopp ones. So, you know what I mean? Klopp does in this moment, doesn't he? But he don't. I don't think he's got an accent like them. What do you think in this moment? Yeah, no. Okay, I'll leave it. Right, I'm off because my tea's going cold, and I know it. I know it's a Barcelona cup. It was a fucking gift, all right, but it's the biggest cup in the house. I've tried all sorts. I can't find a cup as big as that. It saves pissing around getting 2 cups of tea in the morning. Right, guys, that's it. So, is there anything else I want to talk to you about? No, thank you to those of you that, do join this channel. Have joined this channel. Thank you for supporting me. And also my KopTalk members on the members website. It's been a very difficult period for the website, revenue-wise, since the pandemic started. I will be publishing a GoFundMe in the next couple of days just to try and get a few bob in, because it's a little bit tight at the moment, a bit squeaky bum. So I just want to thank you, really, and I know many of you would support the website if you could, which means supporting me, really, but maybe you can't. But if you give it like a little thumbs up on the video, and if you drop me a little comment, just the comments, it's nice to know you're there, and them comments, I know it's going to sound wet and a bit wet, but it's they inspire you a little bit, and it's like, people appreciate what you're doing, so what I'm saying, guys, it was just like, show me a bit of love occasionally. You can keep the hate to your fucking self. I've had more hate over the years, and God knows what, that don't bother me at all. It's like water off a fucking duck's ass to me. No, they're nice people, lovely people, and I do appreciate it. And again, come along to the stream tomorrow night if you're not doing out, www.koptalk.tv. We always have a laugh. We always have. Sean, there's a lad called Sean, you'll know Sean, or some of you. He comes along every weekend, he's like, put that song, he comes on, he puts a song on he wants a song on every week called Balls Deep. I mean, I can't, he wants every week, and he's made everyone like really want it. That sounds even worse. What I mean is want the song. Do you know what I mean? So like everyone's in there and they all think it's funny, going, yeah, put it on, don't go on, Chubbs, put it on. It's like, no, it's too early. What if someone's just joined me stream for the first time? They're listening to a song called Balls Deep. Do you know what I mean? I guarantee you he'll turn up tomorrow night and that'll be on at some point. Yeah, anyway. Right, I'm off. Okay, don't forget you can follow KopTalk TV on Twitter, KopTalk TV. How bizarre is that? And also Facebook. If you've got Facebook, please search KopTalk TV. Give the page a like. Obviously at KopTalk on Facebook and at KopTalk on Twitter as well. And then there's little old me. Well, I'm not so little at the minute because I pigged out a bit in England. But I'm back on it, I'm on it. At Duncan Oldham on Twitter and at Duncan Oldham on Instagram. Alright, is that okay then? Right, I'm off. There'll be a Dunk Knows Best podcast today. And there will be a KopTalk podcast today as well. Alright? So I've got loads to do for you guys. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Like I said, that was just a little bit about Rafa, and I thought you might find it interesting. If you didn't, then shit, yeah. Not else to fucking talk about in a minute is over to Mo Salah. Will he or won't he? Maybe we should talk about that soon. All right, guys, I'll see you in a bit.